All right, good morning, guys. So I got sent the Kingbolen K8 Pro. It's pretty much the K10 Pro, but smaller. I've been using it for the last week or so. I tried it at home. I used it on my RAV4 because I wanted to see what the oil pressure is with 530 oil, and it's maintaining 18 psi of oil pressure, which is, I think, it's pretty good. I think the spec on that is like a 15 psi at idle, but good to know that it's 18 psi. Unlike, I think the Tundra is running like 10 psi at idle when it gets hot, and some people are saying that they're going around. It even after driving for a while, it drops to 6 psi of oil pressure. So maybe that's why the Tundra motors are blowing up. But anyways, they just want me to talk about the K8 Pro and compare it with the other scanners. Well, it's already better than the K7, I can tell you that. And compared to K10 Pro, it's pretty much the same. The only thing it doesn't have is the topology that the K10 Pro has. And the one thing I already don't really, well, you know, one gripe I have about this is, you know how when you get a lower model vehicle with the infotainment, they give you a smaller screen and they have bigger bezels around it to accommodate for the smaller screen? That's what I feel like this thing has. So you see the dark bezel. Why couldn't they have made the screen take up that, you know, this bezel here and have the screen bigger? That's the only gripe I have. And no topology. If you don't need it and you're not autistic like me, you probably don't need it. And then it doesn't have the voltage that that it has up there to tell you what the battery voltage of the vehicle is. So basically it works pretty much like the K10 Pro, just smaller and no topology if you don't need it. So I got a car here. It's going to be a kind of a time waster here because the customer wants to replace the start-stop switch because this came in for a no start, and I can tell you it's not the start-stop switch right now. The battery's completely dead, and you want to diagnose the dead battery, right? And then see if there's a parasitic draw that's causing the low battery, but the customer doesn't want to pay for diag. You know, customer's always right, so I'm not going to diag anything. I'm not going to spend too much time on this and kick it out until customer approved for diag time, and it also needs a battery. So I'm just going to do the video for just basically for this K8 Pro scanner once I hook it up, because it also has a parking sensor system malfunction, and it looks like it might be that right rear sensor is having issues. So I'm going to scan this thing. So I'll just do a quick scan just to show you what you're looking at when you're doing a system scan. So this is what you're looking at instead of the topology, where it shows you the mapping of all the modules, and it also comes with lifetime software updates. So that's a plus, because I don't think the K10 Pro has lifetime software updates, and probably for a reason, because they came out with the K8 Pro and they want this to be a budget scanner, because not a lot of people want to spend the amount of money for the K10 Pro. And right now, this thing's having a sale for, I think, $460 US on their website right now. So I'll put a link down in the description if you're gonna go check it out. But honestly, it's been a pretty good scanner. If you don't need topology and all that kind of stuff, then you know this one is probably worth the money, because it does basically pretty much everything the K10 Pro does without topology. No battery voltage info on the top when you're hooked up to the hooked up to the car. But yeah, I mean, for us in the shop, everybody's just grabbing my K10 Pro to use rather than our Zeus, because that Zeus is kind of, I don't want to say bad things about it, but it's not very reliable. So everybody just comes to my toolbox and grabs this one or the K10 Pro, and then upstairs in the express department they got the K7. So everybody's just using this scanner. And then also got a couple of I want to answer some questions in the comments, because somebody bought the K7 and they said they couldn't scan their 2026 CRV hybrid. So one thing you got to know that anything aftermarket, like scanners, aftermarket shop manuals, alignment specs for the alignment rack. What else? Yeah, so are always a year behind. So they don't get the specs until, I think, when usually you're in 2025 and 2026 year model comes out in around September, I think. And you're getting a 26 model in 2025. You're not going to get any kind of service information from 2026 model year until the next year, somewhere around September, it comes out with the software update, because that's just because they have to catch up with the OEM. And then also for our Hondas, when we do get a new model year, so like if the Pilot came out with a new generation for the first year, we're kind of dead in the waters, like 4 months with no service information. So we're kind of having to figure it out too. And also body shops that needs to do alignments on, like, brand new cars that with 2,000 kilometers on them. We also don't have the alignment specs to do it. And if it's the same generation, we can use the specs from the previous year and just do the alignment that way. But if it's a new model of a start of a new generation of a model, then yeah, we don't have specs for that. Power tailgate, left touch sensor. Yeah, so you can see all the you get all the codes listed. Power source ECUs, that's just low battery voltage. Yeah, a lot of these. So I guess he probably scanned it, and then there's a start-stop switch failure. So that's what, I mean, low voltage can also do the same thing with a bad battery. So all these codes are most likely due to low voltage issues. Yeah, so just a quick review on the K8 Pro. Yeah, it's a decent scanner. I like it. I've been using it a lot compared to my Triton D10, and also, because the Triton D10 also is a two-channel lab scope, I also bought some 2-channel portable lab scopes up there to try out, and it's decent for the price. You're not spending $8,000 on a Snap-on scanner, which I did, and I kind of regret it now, because every time you have the software update it, it's like $1,000, and you can't just update it to the most recent. You have to, if your update, your software is only up to 2023, you have to pay each update to 2024, and then you have to pay again to 2025, and then it's a lot of money to be spending. So these lifetime software updates on these aftermarket scanners it's really good. So you don't have to spend that money like on a Snap-on scanner. So anyways, that's what I just want to talk about the K8 Pro right now. So it's a decent scanner, same as the K10 Pro, and I really like the K10 Pro. So now it's just in a smaller package with the magnetic dongle on the back, and lifetime software updates. I think this is a pretty good deal for what you get compared to scanners like the Snap-on, where you got to spend maybe 5 times the price compared to this thing. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link down in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.